Warden Charge Mass Rocket Balloons is the easiest fireball army in the game. Today I'm going to prove it to you by swagging 11 spells consistently on max town hall 16s with only using one hand. This is my favorite attack strategy in the game at the moment, and by far the easiest fireball attack strategy in my opinion. Yes, you do need to multitask a little bit, but generally just watch your warden for 3 minutes. You've got all the spells in the fireball that you could possibly need for him, and then when he's safe for a couple of seconds, then you can worry about your flame flinger and your heroes, but they're not the main focus of the attack. And like, you can just focus on the warden and you will get the triple. In fact, this army is so easy that despite this fun little injury that I've got, I have been swagging 11 spells in some attacks. So in today's video, you're going to see me swag 11 spells in 2 Legends League attacks and then swag 10 spells in 1 war attack. Now quickly, before I talk about the injury, I want to say something. So I've been pushing this season. I'm at 5970 currently, and I would be higher, but one of the downsides I think of the Legends League system we've got currently is you have to play every day. So for instance, I was in the hospital, I was getting surgery, so I had to buy a shield for those couple of days. But because like I have to purchase a shield, so it was 150 gems, which really isn't the end of the world. But I think in Legends League, like, would it not be a good idea to be able to have, say, 1 or 2 free days of shield per season? Like, the fact that I have to log on every day and do 8 attacks, or I'm not going to get anywhere near the top, is a little bit frustrating. Think of every other famous esport that there is, their ranking system. Yes, if you miss a day, you will drop a little bit because other people will play. But if, for instance, I did an attack and then took all 8 defenses, I drop off a cliff. I'm never going to recover from that. And that's unlike really any other game. So I think it's one of the flaws of the Legends League system. By the way, we've got the Yetis on the bottom side. I like putting the Yetis with the Royal Champion to clear out the court. Then I'm going to put my King into as much damage as possible. So he's going to clear out the Royal Champion and the Ricochet Cannon here. And then just put the Queen wherever you want to finish it all off. And the Rocket Balloons to get rid of the outside defenses. Now, if you're wondering how I got this fun little injury, the story isn't even good. Sorry I'm zoomed out, by the way, but our heroes are all over the base. This is what happened. I went to sit down at a chair next to a table. I know, right? Crazy. And my nail, like on my thumb, clipped the edge of the table. A shard of wood came off the table and went in between my nail and the skin under it. And it was essentially the length of my nail, the shard. So it was just sitting, it was like a massive wooden shard, you know, massive, not really that big, but under your nail it is. And it just sat there. I'm just like, what? All I wanted to do was sit down at a table. By the way, there's a bunch of swagged rocket balloons and spells, but like, what? It's not even a cool injury. So obviously, as you do with every single underwhelming injury, you try and figure out cool ways. It's like, no, I went into a burning house, I saved a child, but then fell down the stairs and got a wooden splinter under my nail. But even then, you know, I mean, that would be cool, but it was just, it looked like barely like an injury, but it took like 7, I got 7 needles of anesthetic in me. So I got 7 injections of anesthetic, that's the word for it. And then a couple incisions, and they also removed like a 5th of my nail on the thumb. So yeah, that was heaps of fun. So it was just a local anesthetic. So I was awake during the surgery. Thankfully the Formula 1 was on, so I didn't have to be focusing on the fact that someone was literally cutting straight into my thumb and removing all the nail. But yeah, I'm sorry I let you guys down in the sense that it wasn't a cool injury. I tried. Well, I didn't try. I tried to sit at a chair next to a table. But apparently I can get injured no matter what the circumstances are. So my shield has ended, so I am trying to attack. It's not easy. It is not easy without your dominant finger, but trying the best. Now, this attack here is a great example of why I love this army. So I do the Warden Charger next to the Flame Flinger. The Warden tanked the Ground Bow, and now look at the Flame Flinger. It's just chilling, because generally people aren't trying to stop Flame Flingers these days. They'll put the Mortars on the Expos and the Expos on the outside of the base, but you can use the Warden to take them down or tank them, and the Flame Flinger just has a free run, and look at how much value it can get here. Yet again, sending my King into as much damage as possible, so I did want my King to get rid of the Royal Champion and the Expo here, and look at that. Beautiful. The queen goes in on the top side. She's chilling by herself. And now we're sitting on the rocket balloons and the royal champion. I use the royal champion on the top side. We are going to finish on the town hall here, which looks a little risky, but I have 11 swag spells. Definitely not risky whatsoever. 11 swag spells. You know we are going to get that triple nice and easily. I'm going to ask you all a quick question. Let me know down in the comments below. Does the quality of the screen look less? So I haven't recorded in a week. I was on holiday, or a weekend away when I injured my hand. Does the gameplay look slightly lower quality? It does to me. Would be interested to hear from you all. But yeah, completely wrecked this base again, swagging 11 spells, and almost all of the heroes were up. And we'll finish off with the war hit here, where I was able to swag a whole bunch of spells. So coming in now, it's a double invis. So showing you that doesn't matter if it's the poison rage tower that we saw in the first two or the invis, this army can be insanely effective on all of them. And I want you to watch the warden here. And this is why I think, whilst the rage gem isn't as overpowered as, say, the healing tome or the eternal tome, the rage gem needs a nerf. Because the heal is here. Well, the fact that I haven't used a rage spell in this entire video, right? And the warden charge, it's not like the warden dies. I mean, in the first hit, the warden did go down, but that's because there was a town hall and expo on him for a long time. I mean, just raged healers for the entire 3 minutes is a little bit ridiculous. You also get the extra DPS of both the rage gem and the fireball. Yet again, using the warden to set up the flame flinger, because now the flame flinger can get rid of the eagle artillery for free, and anytime you can get rid of the eagle artillery, that is super nice. Look at this royal champion. Doesn't stand a chance versus the warden. I love this interaction. Such a ridiculous interaction to watch. Now, unfortunately in this attack, I do have to use a poison spell because I didn't get rid of the CC with the fireball, and I do need to use a freeze spell, but notice how I do it. So I freeze the multi and the multi-archer tower, so the anti-air defenses, but not the invis tower. So the two rocket balloons there target the ground boat, and there's not enough air targeting defenses to remove them so that the invis tower can go off nice and safely. We get the double wall break, and the king and queen are going to clear out the other invis section of the base. And obviously there's so much value in those invis compartments because they're trying to hide all their valuable defenses in them, and essentially the base is so wrecked at this point. Still hanging on to all but 2 of our rocket balloons. The queen will go down in a second, I think. Nope, the healers are just going to keep her alive. I keep using the rocket balloons on the bottom side to funnel. And have a look at this. The monolith is on the warden, and the warden's not targeting the monolith currently. And it can't kill the warden. A giant bomb goes off as well. Doesn't matter. I was watching this keenly because I wanted to see what would happen here. And look, the monolith cannot 1v1 a warden. Or it's doing slightly more damage, but that doesn't matter if there's no other damage on the battlefield. Royal Champion's coming through the bottom. She did a great job. The Yetis all died in the Town Hall poison, and we lost every single Yeti mite, which was annoying. This NATO did scare me a little bit for time's sake. So we've got 10 swag spells. Just an annoying little NATO right there. We put all the rocket balloons down all over the base. Look at that, more red bombs. That last elixir collector is on 1 HP, but we put the 10 spells down, or 8 spells down with the 4 rages to finish it off. This army is completely ridiculous. Hopefully my thumb heals. If I get a high rank at the end of the season, I will do a video on it, but I'm like at the 1800s at the moment, so not my greatest season, but not really much you can do. If you want to see more of this army, I'll link my video on the left with the easiest Fireball army in Clash of Clans.